Some that say that I'm a rogue, a gypsy, jack of spades, a lousy, lazy tinker, but I'm really jack of all trades. I travel up and down, know every corner of the nation, and I can always turn me hand to any occupation. I'm a roving jack of all trades, every trade and all trades, and if you want to know me name, they call me jack of all trades. I've been a roving tinker with my pack all on my shoulder. My pots and pans are filled about, my pincers and my solder. Can mend a chair or catch a hare and make a wicker table. And when it comes to grinding, I sure nae and is merable. I'm a roving jack of all trades, of every trade and all trades, and if you want to know me name, they call me jack of all trades. I've sold the baskets and the creels, the scrubbers made o' heather. I've laboured in 1,000 fields in every kind o' weather. I've put the berries there at Blair and money's that I've shifted. I've thinned the beets and shod the neats of fucking tatties lifted. I'm a roving jack of all trades, every trade and all trades, and if you want to know me name, they call me jack of all trades. Now money's the horse I've bought and sold, stallion, colt and broodmare. I've trained them in the winter time and sold them at the horse fair. At Barnet and at Appleby they knew me well in season. You'd always find me at Brookhill, likewise at Kirby Stephen. I'm a roving jack of all trades, every trade and all trades, and if you want to know me name, they call me jack of all trades. You'll find me on the building job, where there's pick and shovel. I work behind the dozers, clearing up the muck and rubble. You'll find me on the piling gangs, or on the steel erecting, crawling like a human fly, and always death expected. I'm a roving jack of all trades, every trade and all trades, and if you want to know me name, they call me jack of all trades. In summer I'm down on the farm to do the old pen spraying, and sometimes I'm down on me knees a-doing the asphalt laying. But when the summer days are past and winter comes a-stealing, you'll find me gathering junk and rags and working at scrap dealing. I'm a roving jack of all trades, every trade and all trades, and if you want to know me name, they call me jack of all trades.
Oh, all the trades in England, the begging is the best. For when a beggar's tired, he can lay him down and rest. And a begging I will go, and a begging I will go. Of a pocket for me oatmeal and another for me salt, of a pair of little crutches thou should see a walking halt. And a begging I will go, and a begging I will go. There's patches on me fusty coat and a black patch on me ear, but when it comes to twopenny ale I can see as well as thee.
And a begging I will go, and a begging I will go.
Me breeches they are no but oat, me heart is free from care. As long as I've me belly full, me backside can go bare.
And a begging I will go, and a begging I will go.
I've been deaf at Duckenfield and I've been blind at shore, and many's the writing willing lass I've bedded in the straw.
And a begging I will go, and a begging I will go.
I can lie wherever I please and I'll pay no master rent. I've got no noisy looms to mind, and boy I'm right content.
And a begging I will go, and a begging I will go.
Oh, all the trades in England, a begging is the best. For when a beggar's tired, he can lay him down and rest.
And a begging I will go, and a begging I will go. This is an Irish song called The Bell and Praises. You've always got to sing it. Are we there on Tuesday? As I rode out on a May morning, on the bed and braes of screen, I leaned my back against a leafy tree to view the dew on a far country, the dew on a forest green. A lad I spied by yon foreign side, we are last neath an elder tree, and her lips were like to the cherry brown bread, and she all went and wanted to see, and she all wanted to see. Come set ye down on the bounty sand, on the dewy grass they green, for the wee birds all have come and gone since I my true love seen, he said, since I my true love seen. No, I'll no settle with you, she cried. Nay, lover, I'll be of thine, for I've heard your love a cannot make, and your heart's nae longer mine, she cried, and your heart's nae longer mine. Oh, I'll go and climb yon high, high tree, and I'll rob that wild bird's nest, and I'll bring back what I find there. To the arms I love the best, she said. To the arms I love the best. As I rode out on a May morning, on the verdant braes of screen, I leaned my back against a leafy tree to view the dew on a far country, the dew on a forest tree.
walking down Birmingham street in my new scarlet jacket, so neat and complete. All the girls, they say as they pass me by, aren't you the young man they call Ramble Away? As I was a-walking to Birmingham Fair, I met with lovely Nancy, curling her hair. I tipped her the wink and she rolled her dark eye. Says I to myself, I'll be there by and by. As I was out walking one night in the dark, I'd taken lovely Nancy for to be my sweetheart. She smiled in my face and to me did say, aren't you the young man they call Ramble Away? I said, lovely Nancy, don't smile in my face, for I do not intend to stay long in this place. Then where are you going? Come tell me, my dear. I told her I'd ramble, the devil knows where. Before 12 weeks was over and past, this pretty young Nancy, she grew sick at last. Her dress wouldn't fit and her apron strings tied, and she longed for the sight of young Ramble Away. My dad and mother, they have both gone from home, but when they return I shan't sit down and moan. I'll tell them the story and leave them to say, well, no doubt she's been playing with young Ramble Away. So come all you young ladies, take a warning by me. When courting the boys, don't be easy and free. Just dress yourselves up when you step out to play, but take care not to meet with young Ramble Away. Apologies. The night that I was married and lay in me bridal bed, in came a bold sea captain and he stood at my love's head. Then arise, young married man, and come along with me to the land of Holland to fight the enemy. I held my true love in my arms, thinking that he might stay. But the captain gave another call and he was forced away. Then there's many a blithe young married man tonight must come along with me to the lowlands of Holland to fight the enemy. Oh, Holland is a lovely land, a place where there's much grief. 'Tis a wild inhabitation for my true love to be in. The sugar cane grows plenty there, and the tea grows from each tree. And the lowlands of Holland has twined my love and me. I'll wear no stays around my waist, no comb put in my hair. Around my neck no handkerchief to hide my bosom bare. And I won't wed with any man until the day I die. Since the lowlands of Holland has twined my love and me. One evening of late, I chanced for two straight to the county Tipperary. I straight took me away to dig the potatoes and work for the day. I heard of the Galbally farmer. That's too high. That's unusual. One evening of late, I chanced for two straight to the county Tipperary. I straight took me away to dig the potatoes and work for the day. I heard of the Galbally farmer. I asked him how far we were bound for to go. The night it was dark and the north winds did blow. I was hungry and tired and me spirits were low, for I had neither whiskey or cordial. The niggardly miserly mounted his steed to the Galbally mountains. He posted his feet. Surely I thought that me poor heart would bleed to be trudging behind the old nigger. When we came to his cottage, I entered it first. It seemed like a kennel or a ruined old church. Says I to myself, I am left in the lurch in the house of old Darby O'Leary. I well recollect it was Michaelmas night. To a good hearty supper he did me invite. A cup of sour that would physic a snipe, or give you the trotting disorder. The water potatoes would poison the cats. A barn where me bed was a swarming me rats. It's little I thought that would e'er be me lot to lie in that hole till the morning. By what he had said to me I understood. Me bed in the barn it was not very good. The blankets were made at the time of the flood, the quilts and the sheets in proportion. 'Twas on the old miser I looked with the frown when he brought out the straw for to make me shake down. I wish that I never saw Galbally town or the sky over Darby O'Leary. Well, this one is Aries. The flower suits the band. Were I the king of Ireland, with all the things at my will, I'd roam for recreation, a fresh comfort to find still. But the comfort I would like the best you all may understand is to win the heart of a Martha, the flower of sweet romance. Her cheeks, they are a rosy red, her hair's a lovely brown, and o'er her lily white shoulders it carelessly hangs down. She's one of the fairest creatures of the whole Milesian clan. Sure, me heart is fairly captured by the flower of sweet romance. I wish I had my darling way down in dark Inishowen, or in some lonely valley in the wild woods of Tyrone. 'Twould be my best endeavour, I would work the newest plan to gain the heart of Martha, the flower of sweet romance. Farewell to bonny Lifford, where the sweet morn waters flow, and likewise to my brown-haired girl, away from you I must go. As down the foyle the waters boil, and our ship stands out from the land, I will say goodbye and God bless you, my flower of sweet romance. Loyal heroes, wherever that you be, don't hire to any farmer till you know what your work will be. For you must rise up early from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I'm afeard I'll never be able for to plough the rocks of Bun. I curse that 10 weeks away, for you have me nearly robbed. You're sitting by the fireside with your feet upon the hob. You're sitting by the fireside from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I'm afeard I'll never be able for to plough the rocks of Bun. Rise up, lovely Sweeney, and give your horse its hay, and give him a good feed of oats before you go away. Don't feed him on soft turnips, take him down to your green lawn, and then you'll maybe able for to plough the rocks of Bun. Now I wish the Queen of England would write to me alive, and place me in some regiment all in my youth and pride. I would fight for Ireland's glory from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I never would return again for to plough the rocks of Bun. Hey!
I'd like to start off with an American country dance tune. Triple P. So if you feel like a wee bit American country dancing, don't let me hold you. We came here tonight for Glasgow. We'll be in Newcastle. And we get stuck in, what was the name of it? Glasgow Ward or something. Christ knows how we got there in the first place. We got stuck there. But I'd like to sing the Dixie Darling. Carter family song, Dixie Darling. A lot of people think it's a Amy Simler song, but it's not. Away down below the Mason-Dixon line, down where the honeysuckles are entwined, there's where my heart is rolling, there's where the daisies grow. The ladies of the north and the gay finery dancing around in the society, singing songs of Dixie darling, where I want to be. My Dixie darling, listen to this song I sing. Beneath the silver moon, with a banjo riding you. My heart is ever true. I love no one but you, my Dixie darling, my Dixie queen. I remember a wee while ago on the telly, that was the week that was. Kenneth Tynan said a bad word. And Segovia. And all the papers in the land were all screaming how bad it was, you know, because he said muck. All the good papers, like the Daily Record and the News of the World and the People and guys like that. But that's somebody wrote a song about the incident. The lady's choice. I'm waiting. Oh. There was a young man from the BBC. His name was Ken Tynan, I'm sure you'll agree. He dropped a real clanger that night when we heard him using a 1, 2, 3, 4-letter word. A 4-letter word, a 4-letter word. To Tynan would be a shame. It's honest, it's earthy, it ought to be heard. That wonderful 1, 2, 3, 4-letter word. It's banded around by the kids for a laugh. It's put into practice as soon as it's done. It's done every night by the rich and the poor. To do it is worse than to say it. A 4-letter word, a 4-letter word. To Tynan would be a shame. It was laughed. It's honest, it's every time to be heard. A 1, 2, 3, 4-letter word. It shouldn't be said in polite company when aged old ladies are sipping their tea. But if those ladies' pasts were revealed, sure as hell, they've not only said it, they've done it as well. A 4-letter word, a 4-letter word. To Tynan would be a shame. Once more for Roy Rogers. Tune the land off a Stanley Miller. True, it's true. It's called Clinch Mountain Backstep. So if you can do the Clinch Mountain Backstep, just carry on. Sorry, they weren't in tune, but Please, I wonder this. Please, Lord. Oh, goodbye, blues, forevermore. My blues and days will soon be o'er. Oh, we had a good time. What good would it be? Oh, see what blues has done to me. Cop your whack. You know, if you ever play, dive up on clothes. Especially if it's accompanied with something like Cumby, your bass, or Tongs, your bass, or something. I happen to be on that Friday anyway. I'm a great runner. But this, the Glasgow Blues. Put on your big fur wellies with a chanty on your head. Put on your pink fur wellies with a chanty on your head. gonna knock him dead. Stockings with your cement painted black. Put on your raffia stockings and your cement painted black. You pull the hat and sleeve. When they see you, baby, they're gonna scream, "Oh, God, you're black." I don't know if you're sort of acquainted with us in geography around Glasgow. But the main sort of traders of the town live in Newton Mearns. This is a wee song called "The Leaving of Yoka." Some people think "The Leaving of Liverpool" is an English song, but really it's from an old book. It was originally called "The Leaving of Yoka." About a guy who swept up the Renfrew ferry, and
The Leavings of Yoka.
it's called "The Leavings of Yoka." The chorus is slightly different. Farewell, all over Kelso Street, dear of Yoka. Fare thee well. I am bound on the Renfrew ferry to a place I know right well. So fare thee well, my own love. When I return, what I'll do. It's not the leaving of your love that grieves me. In fact, I'll probably be home. My first impression of this fine ship was the rattling of its chains, but that was soon taken over by the greeting of a million wings. So farewell, my own love, when I return, not all I will be. It's not the leaving of your love that grieves, might have probably been home for tea. Now the captain, he is a big healing man. He says I've got a lot to learn. Oh, they tell me he used to make a fortune smuggling Gentiles into New. So ready well, my own true love, when I return, what all I will be. It's not the leaving of your love that grieves, in fact I'll probably be home for tea. It's a man's life working on the ferry, but when it's raining, I'm never out. It's not the thought of the hard work that grieves me, it's my wellies that left me. So I don't know if you... I heard a wee story before we came here about a big mansion house with a big fancy lawn at the front. And on either side of the lawn there was a statue. The one on the left was Hercules, you know, up on a pedestal, you know, and the other one was a nymph. Midsummer night, a fairy came into the garden. So it's a real fairy. Come leading into the garden to see, and she goes up to Hercules first and says, "Hello, Hercules, you've got a wish, what would you like?" And he says, "I'd love to be alive." She says, "Granted, you'll be alive for an hour at midnight, cheers." So she goes away across the lawn the way fairies do. "Stop it, you bitch!" Goes up to the nymph. The nymph sort of said, "You've got a wish, nymph, what would you like?" Says, "You're joking." No, she says, "Really, what would you like?" Oh, she says, "I'd love to be alive." She says, "Well, midnight, you'll be alive for an hour. Cheers." And she goes away. So midnight comes and they down off the pedestal. You know how you feel about it. Anyway, they're prancing across the grass. Moving the things and going across, and they come together. I'm like, Jesus. She says, "Oh, hello there." And he says, "Look, there's something I've always wanted to do." He says, "There's a big bunch of bushes over there, do you fancy you and me going out there?" She says, "Ah, certainly." She beats him over. Anyway, there's a lot of rustling about and noises like, Jesus Christ. Never thought it would be as good as this and all that. And then they come back into the garden again. You know? And he looks at the town hall clock, you know. She says, "We've still got 40 minutes left. Do you fancy doing it again?" She says, "Aye, but this time you had the pigeons, I'll shit in them." For the last song, oh, stop it. For the last, we'd like to sing a wee song about the Glasgow police. There was a bloke in that class who was a right bully and a cheeky bastard. And he used to take a great delight in punching me in the head, you know. Yeah. And alright swine, but he was getting away with it for so long, you know, he realised himself he couldn't get away much longer. So he decided to join the police, you know, be a bully in there. And he went to the school, you know, training school. They taught him how to use the baton and the boot and the screw top. You know, the usual thing. And he became one of these uniformed constables. And eventually got a wee bit of promotion, you know. He's a plainclothes defective. It ain't no bad place, so, you know. That's a wee song I'd like to dedicate to him. Oh, by the way, did you hear one? Two policemen walking down the street, one says to the other, "He's a back to the shops or shut." Oh, I'd like to dedicate this to the Beach Boys as well. What's the chorus? I was walking down the street in Glasgow the other day. I was eating chips, and when I finished, threw the paper away. Just then a host came up to me, said he, "Hey you, that's an offence, you see." First he took out his wee black boot, and then he kicked me. One night I was invited along to a dinner and dance. The baby was free, so I steamed in when I had the chance. I was leaning up against the wall when along came the long arm of the law. He grabbed me by the scruff of the neck, and then he kicked me. He kicked me in the place I'd never been kicked. He kicked me in a place where I never want to be kicked anymore. I was telling the story to a bloke called Chewing on Grub. A nice wee fella I met one day in the work. Says he, my brothers, a Polish is he. If you insult him, you insult me. First he banged me one in the ear, and then he kicked me. I suppose you think I should be feeling bad. As a matter of fact, I'm really feeling quite glad. I just don't give a monkey's curse. It could have been a damn sight worse. Instead of putting the foot in me, it could have kissed me.
Old-fashioned dish, and it's everyone's wish. We search for it high and low. A friend, I may say, both night and by day. It's that old-fashioned dish called pole. For morning exercise it comes as a prize. When physic it makes you cry, oh, you can sit at your ease just as long as you please on that old-fashioned dish called the pole. With your feet on the fender, they might be tender as the moments they come and they go. You can whistle and sing just as prude as a king on an old-fashioned dish. With paper at hand, oh man, but it's grand. You scan the columns high and low. If your team's won the day, you can shout hooray on that old-fashioned dish. Now, at a wedding or spree, or wherever you may be, where friends meet and feel cheerio, when the dancing is busy, Maggie or Lizzie will slink Ben to the room with a pole. With a big roaring fire, that's all you desire. You'll feel right at home, do you know? Heat it real room the rim. And you'll kick up a din on that old-fashioned dish called the pole. Now, all Granny Green, she kept hers guy clean. With a bunny design, that is so, with flowers round the side. Yince her grandmother's bride was that old-fashioned dish called the pole. Now, when couples get wed, they jump into bed. It's been done long, long years ago. But it's a race, do you see, who has to get the first pee in that
I'd like to introduce, once again, fine singer from Ireland, Kevin Mitchell.
Oh, meeting is a pleasure between my love and me, and down in yonder valley, I'll meet her by and by. Oh, down in yonder valley dwells my heart's delight. And it's with you, lovely Molly, I could spend till the broad daylight. But going to mass last Sunday, my true love, she passed me by. And I knew her mind was altered by the rolling of her eyes. I knew her mind had altered on a lad of high degree. Oh, cruel-hearted Molly, your looks have wounded me. I put me hand into my pocket and a bottle I pulled out. Drink this, lovely Molly, for our courtship is at its height. She said, drink you off the top, leave the bottom unto me. For there's money made and wagers laid that married will never be. Farewell, lovely Molly, and likewise Almaro. For blessed is she and cursed are they that parted me love and me. Now if you should meet a dark-haired girl with a blue and a rolling eye, just take her in your arms, boys, and tell her the reason why. Well, I suppose I'll sing a rebel song now. Just to show. But this is one from the 98th Rebellion. Quiet, please. Right. An Ulsterman, I am proud to be. From the Antrim Glen I come. And though I have lived beside the sea, I have followed fife and drum. I have heard the marching tramp of men, I've seen them fight and die. Oh, well do I remember when I followed Henry Joy. I pulled my boat in from the sea and hid her sail away. I hung my nets upon a tree and scanned the moonlit bay. The boys were out the redcoats too. I bid my love goodbye. And there in the shade of a greenwood glade I followed Henry Joy. Alas, 'twas Ireland's cause we fought for, sire, and home we bled. Our swords were few and our hearts beat true, and 5-1 lay dead. Oh, many a lassie mourned her lad, and mother mourned her boy.
For youth was strong in the dashing throng that followed Henry Joy. In Belfast town they have built a tree, and the redcoats mustered there. I watched him come to the sound of a drum roll out on the Barrack Square. He kissed his sister and went aloft and waved his last goodbye. My God, he died, and I turned and cried. They have murdered Henry Joy.
Yeah.
This is one of your public there, right? It's called the Money Bunch of By the margin of the ocean, one morning in the time of June, the feathered warbling songsters their charming notes did sweetly sing. 'Twas there I spied a female. She seemed to be in grief and woe, discoursing with the young Bonaparte concerning a funny bunch of roses. Oh, then up stepped young Napoleon, and he takes his mother by the hand, saying, "Mother dear, have a patience until I'm able for to take command. Sure, I'll raise a terrible army, and through tremendous dangers go. And in spite of all the universe, I'll conquer the bonny bunch of roses." Oh, now some don't speak so venturesome, for in England is the hearts of oak. There's England, Ireland and Scotland, whose unite tie was never broke. Oh son, think on your father, whose body on the Isle of St. Helena it lies low, and you may follow after him. So beware of the bonny bunch of roses. Oh, mother, adieu forever, for now I'm on my dying bed. If I'd lived, I'd have been clever, but now I droop my aching head. Yet when our bones are mouldering, and a weeping willows o'er us grow, the name of young Napoleon will entwine a bonny bunch of roses. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to dedicate this tune to my father's face. It's called Grandfather's Plot. Somebody at the door. Sorry, I'm good. while you're in Scotland on a Sunday afternoon. Your throat will be as dusty as a summer's day in June. A whiskey or a shandy would make you fine and dandy. Not a drop will ever come your way. Must be whistle and merry, for travel on a ferry. The band of Scotland's holy Saturday. Long time ago there lived a man way out in Galilee. And he was persecuted by the local Pharisees. But on Sundays he was willing to cure the sick and ailing, or take 5,000 people out to dine. The Saturday said Jesus was surely a good reason, and then he turned the water into wine. The ministers will curse and ban and threaten you with hell. Unless you can afford the price they charge in big hotels. But in every land is foreign, and England they're foreign. Clubs have never shut on 7 days. But here they take communion and drink in holy union. May the Lord be with you. Come, let us pray. Well, that was a wee song about the tourist problem. I'd like to sing the only other one I know about the same subject. It's got a one-word chorus. Aloha. Clyde Coast landladies are looking home. The absence of tourists has got them low. The question they're asking would make you swoon. Why don't they come back to Dublin? By this swinging visa, this switched on scene, has 3 pubs, 2 cafes, and a fag machine, and hills you can walk up while the rain's running down. Why don't they come back to Dublin? Long time ago People with clothes, even blood, overseas, but in recent years, the only ones on the pier have been seagulls and a few CND. They can't understand it, hear them roar. We've got Yanks here and Harrys by the score, and a nightlife that stops in the afternoon. Why don't they come back often? Did you hear about the bloke who walked into a Glasgow pub?
Aye.
Aye. Long blonde hair. Pale blue jeans. Thank you, miss. And eyeshadow and stuff. And he had a big black dog. The big red eyes, you know. And walked into the pub. And he said to the barman, "Can I have a lager and lime, please?" And the barman said, "No, you can't." He says, "Oh, come on now, give me a lager and lime." The bism. He said, "Look, you've got nothing." He says, "How no?" He says, "Look, if I serve you drinking here, next week you'll be back with all your mates. And my pub will get a bad name because it'll be sort of full of these different people." He says, "You're getting nothing." He says, "Look, he's a lager and lime and I'll set this dog on you." He says, "Set the dog on me." He says, "Get him, Rover." The Rover jumps up on the counter and goes, "Bowsy, bowsy." That's an Irish traditional tune called Crossing ex-unemployed guy in Glasgow was walking down Bath Street, the corporation offices, you know, with his wife. And his wife said to him, do you never fancy a job like a bus conductor or a bus driver or something? Maybe the corporation could do it. He said, I'll try it anyway. So he dived away in. He was only in about a minute or so and he came out again. He says, I've got a job knocked off starting Monday. She says, you're awful quick. He says, oh no, he just said, you want a job? Aye, very good, you'll do, starting Monday morning at Knightswood Garage. She said, that's good, did they not even take her name? She says, no, he seemed to know her name. I says, oh, sorry. She said, look, you better go in and check up and see that he's got your name and all that. So he says, alright, then I'll go in. He says, look, Jimmy, you've never took my name. He says, oh, I know your name, Livingston. He says, how do you know my name is Livingston? He says, you're the first white man I've seen for 9 months. That's a wee song called Follow Me. If I fly across the ocean, will you follow me? Flying on an ocean, will you follow me? If I take it slow, love, when I'm talking slow, love, when I'm feeling low, love, will you follow me? Like I had some sense. Always speak for me in my defense. And please, please follow me. Brings you down, love, will you follow me? When you think I'll play the clown, love, will you follow me? When you think you'd like to cheer me, you know you'd like to hear me, think you'd rather be near me, will you follow me? You may recognize this tune. Have you ever been lonely? Admit it. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever loved someone who was 3'2"? It's when you're courting that the fun begins. She has to stand on an orange box to reach your chin. Forget it, but when you are fighting, then the fun really starts. You can pick her up and throw her just like a dart. But she's got a joy. I'm glad to report a chuckaroo in the small death court. Have you ever been lost? Have you ever been blue? I went down to Joe's house on Joe's home. No, it's just that's some of the same, you see.
Go now!
Hello, yesterday. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind vociferation this evening. From my guitarist, Fingers Harvey, and myself, William J. Connolly III, beware of imitation. We'd like to bid you a very good night and Merry Christmas and stuff. To the ladies, I'd like to leave a message. Good night, my dears, and sweet repose. Lie on your back, and you won't squash your nose. Why do you whisper green grass? Why do you tell the trees that grow? Oh, whispering grass, the trees don't have to know. That was okay till I came to Glasgow, that song, see?
Well, why do you whisper, oh, you green grass? Well, why tell a tree to grow? Well, whispering grass, oh, your trees don't have to know.